Perugia is on fire this season, crushing every team that crosses their path. Even when things don't go perfectly, this squad finds the strength to regroup and step up when it matters most, securing victory time and again. Their incredible 23-match winning streak speaks for itself, and if we count last year's Italian Superlega final, that's 25 consecutive wins. The last time Perugia lost was back in April 2024. And in this season's Champions League, the Devils haven't dropped a single set in 4 matches. What makes this even more impressive is that they're doing it without Wilfredo León, who left the club after 6 years, 2018-2024. Perugia's president, Gino Circi, surely expected León to bring a mountain of trophies to his club, especially after that unforgettable Champions League final where León's ace in the 5th set sealed the deal against their eternal rivals Lube Civitanova. And León delivered. Perugia won an impressive haul of titles during his tenure, including 4 Italian Super Cups, 3 Italian Cups and 2 Club World Championships. But the one trophy that eluded them was the Champions League. The Devils only made it to the final once in 2017, where they lost to Zenit Kazan, ironically with León on the other side of the net. After León joined, they consistently fell short in the semifinals, 5 times in total. It was a similar story in the Italian league. León joined the reigning champions, but it wasn't until his final season with Perugia that he lifted the Scudetto. That season was a mixed bag for him, recovering from injury in the first half and mainly serving as a substitute for his deadly serves later on. But let's not discredit León. In the 4th match of the final series against Monza, he came off the bench and delivered an outstanding performance, capping off a flawless season for the club he represented for 6 years. So why am I bringing this up now? Over the years, I've made plenty of videos about both Perugia and León. I've shared my thoughts on León's struggles to win major trophies with his national team and Perugia. And I've also pointed out that Perugia seems to perform better without him. For those of you who haven't seen those videos, let me quickly recap my key points. With Plotnitsky and Semenik in the lineup, Perugia has been playing a more balanced game. They no longer rely on a single attacking star to carry them. Instead, with stronger reception and solid defense, they've opened up a wider variety of unpredictable offensive options. So, why revisit this topic now in early 2025 when León has already spent half a season playing for the Polish club Lublin? The answer is simple. Recently, Gino Circi gave an interview to an Italian journalist, revealing the secret to Perugia's recent success: inclusivity. He emphasized that Perugia has built a system where everyone, fans, bench players and sponsors, feels involved and appreciated. This sense of unity has become the foundation for their dominance. Under Angelo Lorenzetti's leadership, Perugia has transformed into a cohesive and enthusiastic team. The problem before was their reliance on 1 or 2 superstars, like Atanasiewicz or León, to carry the load. While I didn't follow Atanasiewicz's career in Italy as closely, I can confidently say that León met the expectations placed on him. The issue was with the club's strategy. León's incredible attacking potential often made him the focal point, but this became a double-edged sword. Some even claimed that León single-handedly won titles during his time in Russia. Sure, he was a standout player for Zenit Kazan, but when you have teammates like Prime Anderson, Mikhailov and the brilliant Verbov, it's impossible to say he did it all alone. Volleyball isn't a one-man show, and now Perugia is proving that building a well-rounded team is far more effective than relying on one superstar to do it all. And it seems that this aura of invincibility surrounding this outside hitter has also negatively impacted his new national team. With Poland, León started winning trophies only when he became one of the key players, rather than the sole star carrying the team. Volleyball is becoming faster and more dynamic, with reception and defense playing a far bigger role than pure attack. That's why Perugia has clearly benefited from León's departure. A sentiment echoed not only by me, but also by the club's longtime president. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not suggesting León is a bad player. Far from it. He remains one of the brightest stars in the world of volleyball. He proved that at the Paris Olympics and continues to prove it now in Lublin. But here's the reality. Perugia chose not to renew his contract, and no top-tier club offered him a major deal. So Leon decided to continue his career in Lublin, opting for a less lucrative paycheck but a more comfortable lifestyle. I've never played with Leon, and it's unlikely I ever will, but I can imagine it's not easy to be part of a team where one player dominates so much of the attack, naturally taking opportunities away from other hitters. There's only one ball on the court, and the setter has to distribute it carefully and wisely. Subconsciously, I'm sure his teammates might have thought, something that's even been hinted at in interviews, that they could just relax and let this guy do all the work. As a result, they lowered their standards, which meant they couldn't step up in crucial moments. And in modern volleyball, you simply can't win games alone. A comparable example might be Nimir Abdelaziz. Many feel sorry for him, pointing out his weaker national team and his lack of trophies. But if you follow his career closely, you might get the impression that he prioritizes individual stats over team success. Everywhere he goes, he becomes the top scorer. But before joining Hawkbank, his only club-level title was the Dutch Championship back in 2010 when he was still a setter. Sure, he's won the Turkish Cup twice and finally clinched the league title when Engapeth joined Hawkbank. Now he's the leading scorer in the Japanese league, but it's hard to call his Wolfdogs one of the clear favorites this season. So I hope I've managed to convey my point. Having a superstar player doesn't guarantee success. You need to build a well-rounded, multi-dimensional team, as Perugia is doing now, rather than trying to buy victories as they attempted in the past. These days, instead of hunting for new players, Sirchi is focusing on extending contracts with their core squad. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they finally win the Champions League this season, a trophy that's still missing from their club's collection. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the ideas I've shared. The title and thumbnail for this video might seem a bit provocative, but hey, that's the internet. We've got to play by its rules, so I hope you'll forgive me. As always, it's been Nick with you. Love what you do, and you'll succeed. See you soon. Bye.